Hey Paris, it's Kenny here. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. I am now officially joined with indie wrestler and Miss Triple Threat Wrestling Radio's number one fan, Paris Kelly.
I'm so happy to be on the show. It's been forever.
About 4 or 5 years to be exact. Yes, it has
Oh
been.
my gosh.
Yeah. A lot has happened these past several years, but I'm glad to have you on. And thank you so much. And it's because of people like yourself that this show is still ongoing. I first interviewed you when you was a tag team wrestler. You was,
Yes, sir.
and now you have evolved. Part of a groups. You've been a single competitor. You definitely show some versatility in your part, and I've supported you the whole way, and it's thank you just for your support, and letting people know about me. I truly appreciate it. And like I said, it's because of people like you this show is still here after 7 years.
And I'm so excited and happy for you, and I'm glad that the show is still going on. Because, I was part of a radio show, and then some stuff happened, and I know it's just really hard to keep a show going with indie wrestling. So I'm happy that your show is just such a good success.
Yeah, and yeah, we did do a show together once upon a time. We co-hosted it. I think it was called Reality Chat. Shout out to George Alonso, very good guy. He reached out to me and wanted to co-host, and I said sure. And then when I hear that you was gonna join, I got even more excited. I like that. I okay. I'll say let's do this. So I think one of the people that we interviewed that night was Michael Hayes of Ohio Valley Wrestling. So
Yes.
so that and I'm cool with Mike. So he's a good dude. Shout out to him. So I mean, let's get caught up with all things Paris Kelly. How's life been for you? How's the wrestling coming along? What you've been up to wrestling wise, and what can people expect for you in the coming months or so?
Well, it's just the same old me, Paris. Uh, I've recently graduated from college with my pharmacy degree, so I'm happy about that, and I'm still wrestling almost every single Saturday and traveling. I am now tagging with a guy named Anton LeVay. We're going to be booked. We're trying to get booked everywhere. And I haven't really been doing customs much, because I was on a customs kick there for a while. Nothing really new. I'm just doing the same thing. And, yeah. How has things been going with you?
Life has changed for me. Mostly it's been good. I have a stable full time job, and yet I'm still doing this radio thing. This radio overall for 11 years, and
Yeah.
7 of those 11 have come with this show. 11 have been the other show that I do, Chilling with Jeff and Kenny C. That's more like me interviewing local artists and things like that. And back in 2017, I won an award. I was best radio DJ in the city of Lexington, and
Oh, that.
you was one of the many people that voted for me to be in position to be nominated. So thank um and I need some I need see talking to you is cool. It's always cool, but I need to see Paris Kelly in person. There has to be a way that I can meet you in person so I can thank you in person because you're an awesome person. You're a good human being. I want to shout out to Anton. He shared the link to this show, and he definitely has an open invitation to call in whenever he has free time. I can have him on next week if he's able to. I'll get in touch with him for sure. Um,
Yeah, that would be awesome. And then, he and I could at one point do a tag team interview with you. That would be awesome.
I'm all for that too. I'm all for that as well. Um, so as far as you, wrestling wise, as far as how do you feel about your growth as a wrestler? As far as doing shows, competing with wrestlers, and being on the road. How do you feel about your growth as a wrestler?
I'm happy with myself. Obviously you'll never stop learning in the wrestling business because there'll be someone there coming along to give you more advice that you can, take on the road with you. But I'm very happy with myself. At one point, I had to stop for a little bit due to personal reasons, but I'm trying to pick myself back up into shape and just hit the roads like I did whenever I first started. Because, I've been wrestling for almost 5.5 years now. So, there's always room for growth. And I'm just trying to do my best that I can, make this wrestling business happy. Because, I'm trying to give my all in the wrestling business.
Wow, so I must have interviewed you just as she got started, pretty much.
Yeah.
So you was young, just getting into the business, and now you have evolved since then. And I'm proud of you, Paris. I'm really, really proud of you for what you've been
Thank
able
you.
to accomplish so far, and you got many more years to come for sure. Um, and I want to ask you your thoughts, from woman has definitely evolved a lot more than it was years back. Um, and I like what I see in women's wrestling. More opportunities, main events, opportunities, equal opportunities as the man. It definitely feels like a woman has to fight twice harder just to get the respect that man does. And I feel like that's a talented woman like yourself. Um, from a fan standpoint, how do you feel about women wrestling as it is right now? And what you like about it, or what you like to see more of? Like, how do you feel about women's wrestling right now?
I'm very excited about it because whenever I was growing up in the wrestling business, it was always women were looked at as sex symbols, and women's wrestling always had a bad name to it. And now to see how it is, it's truly amazing and it's very motivating because you don't have to really look a certain way because, you have Nia Jax where she's not, your typical skinny women's wrestler, and I think that is awesome. So now we're showing more of talent than what we look like. And I'm happy about that. And I think that's how it always has been, that our talent should get noticed.
WrestleMania was a big night for the woman, having 4 matches that included women, and Ronda Rousey made her debut that night. I thought she did okay. Given
Yeah.
the training, the time that she had leading up to it, it definitely helps when you get, when you have a Hall of Famer to Kurt Angle, for crying out loud. But she held her own. Not only she took the punishment, but she dished it. And she could definitely look at that footage, see what she worked on, what she can work on better. But given, it's front of 78,000 people, we're not talking an octagon here. We're talking
No.
WrestleMania, and she did a real good job. How did you feel about her in-ring debut?
Well, at first I was kind of not too happy because, you have a lot of women's wrestlers that are training really hard in NXT right now, and then for her, for it to just get handed to her to be in WrestleMania, I was, like I said, I was not too happy about it. But, she's pretty strong. I was happy. I mean, it was a match. It surprised me, but like I said, at the beginning of it all, whenever I seen that she had her own match, very first match be WrestleMania, I was like, really? It was just because she's a name and a UFC fighter that she was able to just get a match handed to her and not work for it. But she did really good.
I can understand a lot of people will feel that way. Like, obviously, the old school mentality is like you start at the bottom, you work your way up.
Yes.
But obviously, WrestleMania, you're gonna get athletes or celebrities are gonna be a part, and she's a celebrity. I mean, you had Maria Menounos and Snooki had WrestleMania matches.
Oh, yes.
So I I mean, and Wanda is an athlete. She moves and stuff. So it's just a matter of where she goes from here, and she's got to continue to prove herself. So
Yeah.
I guess we'll see. We'll see where she goes from. Why don't you go ahead and promote your upcoming shows that people need to check out?
Well, this Saturday, wrestling in Memphis, Tennessee, and Anton LaVey will be there also. We're committed to wrestling, and that show starts at 3 o'clock, and the admission is $10. And then from there, we'll be wrestling at EPW, Elite Pro Wrestling, in Bentonville, Mississippi, and it starts at 8. So I would love to see some fans there. It would be awesome to see you there, Kenny, but I know it's going to be a long road for you to drive on.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
One of these days, we're going to have to make something happen. Oh, for me, that matter. I born in Mississippi. Born in Tupelo. I don't have much family there, but I've ever been there in like forever. As for Tennessee, that's a lot closer. And you did say that you and Anton are gonna go out and travel and whatnot. So I'm gonna need my Kentucky promoting friends out there, and they know who they are. You can book Paris and Anton, take them to your show, and let them go out there and showcase their skill set against some of Kentucky's best. They'll take on anyone. It don't matter. It don't matter.
It does not matter.
So they'll take on anyone. And let's talk about Anton for a moment. How long have you been been affiliated with him per se, and how did y'all two end up together per se?
Well, we have known each other for years, and believe it or not, we did not like each other. We could not stand each other. And one day, he just reached out to me, and we just started talking, and we became really close, then became best friends, and then I hung out with him about a month or so ago, and it just went from there. And I've been really happy, and to be with someone that understands the wrestling business, it's awesome. We have our long road trips, and we'll just talk about wrestling. And it's great. It's been great. And, we started our own tag team, and it's going to get even better from there.
I think I may have known some friends that have relationships like that, getting on each other's nerves. I mean, that happens for anybody. Brothers, sisters, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it may be. We all get on somebody's nerves at some point.
Oh, yeah.
So, but it's good to see that after 5+ years, you're still going at it. And this Anton dude, I definitely want to see more of him and see what he's all about. Got me sounding like Booker T, man. This man got potential. It was great chatting with you, Paris. Hopefully we won't wait another 5 years to have you back on.
No.
No. But thank you so much for your time. And being you still hold the crown as the #1 fan of this show. No one's taking that from you. I'll tell you.
Oh yeah, they better not, because if so, then we'll have issues.
No. We're good. We're good. You got the crown. I don't want you put me in no headlock or no DDT or whatever. So you got the crown.
Well, thank you.
You got it. So continue to succeed, and I'll definitely reach out to Andy, and hopefully we'll get him on, and then we'll get you two on, and go on from there. Thank you for being on the show, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Well, thank you for having me, and happy anniversary. And I'm so happy that I was able to call in. So thank you for having me.